it so that the staff recognizes certain aspects of people and then uses the Ravenstone to cause harm to the person holding it. So certain people cannot hold the staff.
I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna see if we can get to the mines from here.
If we can, it would take us a year to get back to the house.
What the?
You gonna fight back or no?
Well, I was stuck down there, so I was gonna wait to die and then.
And of course, there's a ghost. We need to get out of this fucking area. This area just keeps spawning them, regardless if it's night or not.
Let's try. It is physically darker. Let's try destroying the tombstones. I don't think that's at least a bad guess.
How the fuck can you hit me?
Oh, I destroyed the door, dang it.
It's absolute bullshit. There's no reason they should be able to physically hit me.
What?
When I have a fucking melee weapon, they shouldn't be able to hit me like that if I keep knocking them back.
This is accurate. Is my inventory full? My inventory's full, I can't take it.
I got it.
Oh, you got it. Good. Let me fix the house. Sorry about that.
Did you pick up that loom, or did you not pick it up? I told you not to, but did you?
No,
anyway?
I didn't.
Huh?
I didn't.
Okay. Because if you did, we might have been able to craft one bed and see what that gets us. But, I'm just going for it.
Hold on, I'm gonna try to fix the house real quick.
I'm just sitting in this one that's got the campfire.
Yeah.
And so, this weapon is by far the most powerful one in the book because it can turn into anything. It doesn't have to... It ignores the laws of conservation of mass and energy because it's got the Ravenstone in it. And it's got an interesting aspect to it where if you were to hold it and you have the ability to control it decently, the staff will immediately recognize the best fit for you and create the weapon necessary without having conscious thought required. Of course, you could change it to whatever you want after that, but... And it also kind of changes the look of the staff based on who's holding it. So people who have, like, darker minds have a darker version of the staff. It's fucking ridiculous. Flare, stop it.
I'm gonna Google it, because it is physically darker. It's gotten darker since the first time we spawned.
If you Google it, I guarantee you won't find an answer.
Okay.
Because Journey's End came out way too,
recent? Okay.
Yeah. And the wiki is not supported by them.
The more deaths there are in an area, the more likely stuff is to spawn.
It would be neat, but...
One of the eyes just killed itself with a torch?
What?
It took 13 damage and died.
Don't know what to tell you. Anything's supposed to happen.
Put a couple more torches on the house, see what we can do. Can we protect ourselves by putting torches down?
Yeah, I'm out of that area right now, and there's nothing. Nothing. Okay, now as I say that, two demon eyes show up. But they're just demon eyes. Flare, shut up. Probably wants out. I can't let him out though because there's demon eyes attacking me. And at some point I am gonna have it so that Ohanno from the book gets to wield the staff, but only for a short amount of time.
Okay. Tell me when it's day and I'll head over again. Excuse me.
Die, stupid ass demon eyes. Like the worst game Pong I've ever played.
Yeah, we do gotta get this bed. Can we both use the same bed?
Oh, we can both set our spawns at the same bed.
Okay, so we only need one.
We only need 1 to set the spawn. I think
So-
we might need 2 to change the time of day.
Okay.
Because they just recently added that, so I'm not sure how that works yet.
Here's an interesting historical fact I'll tell you. Some people theorize that Abraham Lincoln was actually gay because during a portion of his history, he bedded with a fellow man during his time at college. The problem is that this is a flaw this is because we brought up beds, and this is an interesting fact. This is a flaw in the interpretation of the sentence. At that time, it was common practice for people to share beds simply for the sake of not having to buy 2.
Ah.
So you would have men that would sleep physically, not in a double bed, like in a one. I mean, beds back then weren't given the same size categories as they are today. There wasn't like an Alaskan queen. I mean, it existed, but it wasn't called that. I don't know. So it was actually common practice for not men, women together, but for like 2 men or 2 women to share the same bed for the express purpose of being able to of just not having to spend the money on like room and board and stuff like that.
Interesting.
And that was a very interesting conversation to have with one of my friends. Yeah, no, I put some extra torches out. I don't know why it took 17 damage all of a sudden.
Strange. There was another point I was getting to about the Ravenstone staff. Oh, right, it's broken. It's broken in the timeline of the book.
Ah.
At least at the start. It does get put back together. So, like, a long ass time ago, like, when the Cayenne had established themselves, and it was before the First War, they had the Ravenstone staff in their possession, and they decided to split it into 3 pieces. The staff part itself, the crest on the top of it, and the Ravenstone itself. And when it's separated like this, it renders every one of its powers inert. So it can't be used whatsoever until it's regained or put back together. And during the course of the book, it's going to be subtle that people are looking for it, but eventually it does get put back together in the book.
Here, do you have space to take this silt real quick?
Silt? Yeah, I got silt. Nice.
Also, do you want the cobweb?
Yes. Nice. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna let this cat out.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Okay, good. Store inventory is helpful.
Okay, I'm back. And one of these pieces is actually the crest, specifically, is in the possession of the Northern Empire, and I haven't even talked about them yet.
It's probably day.
Huh?
It's probably day.
Yeah, it's definitely day.
Well, let's wait at least till they're not all on the one side.
The stone itself is in the Eastern Empire, and no one knows where the staff is. No one knows where the staff piece is.
Let's just run.
And the thing is that, like, Ohanno finds the staff piece. And then when they finally do get to travel to the Eastern Empire, the Eastern Kingdom of the Cayenne, they learn that, like, they didn't know that this was actually, like, the staff piece of the fabled Ravenstone staff. In fact, like, on their way to the Eastern Kingdom, they learned that it is. And when they get to the Eastern Kingdom and they talk to the king and queen there, when they talk to the queen there is no king in the Eastern Empire. He died. They learned that the Ravenstone itself is there. And so they're asking around, they're asking scholars and historians alike where it could possibly be. and they say that it's probably in the Northern Kingdom. And the Ravenstone Staff is ideally what they want to use to end the war. Because the Ravenstone Staff could do it without bloodshed. If it were wielded by someone who could wield it properly.
Is that a burger?
Yeah,
Can I eat that?
I think so. It probably gives you stat bonuses temporarily.
Consumable. Major improvements to all stats, but wait, it was 99 cents. Increases life regeneration, 8-minute duration. It's a potion.
It's just a Burger King reference or McDonald's reference or something.
Yeah.
And this is where we
wow.
enter Zykiel, still being alive, that is. So, Zykiel's lifespan is actually around 3,000 years. Because
So
the
he'll
Keeper...
die at 3,000, or he is 3,000?
He will die around at 3,000.
Okay, that's his twilight. Because does he degrade preemptively before that?
No.
So he literally will up and die one day.
Yeah. And when he dies, he will turn into a quartz statue. Quartz statue.
Okay.
Solid quartz statue.
Does he know this? That just one day just...
Yes, he knows this. And the Keeper did this for a reason, because he's got other shit to do even after the events of the book, and far, far after that. But he spends probably about 300... No, it's about 1,000 years. Just under 1,000, like 800, 900 years, in a kind of like a sarcophagus kind of thing. But the sarcophagus kind of puts him into a deep sleep, so, you know, it passes by in a blink of an eye.
I'll try and get some ice over here, if I can.
Huh?
If you'll wait, I'm gonna try and get some more ice.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Since it's, this is the most important part.
Of your loadout, yeah.
Yeah, like, I can have fire arrows, but 2 extra damage...
There's more ice over here.
Burn.
There's more ice down there. Like, a lot more.
Yeah, we'll go down there in a second. Or if you can mine as well.
I'm gonna get that slime. It's coming for you. Nice. Okay. So Zykiel spends all these years in this sleep sarcophagus, and he has someone very important to the book. I don't think I ever came up with a first name for him, but his last name is Cozy. C-O-Z-I. Cozy.
Okay, yeah.
And he's the
I'm gonna get that
father to Alito Cozy. And Alito Cozy is a very interesting character. So Alito Cozy's father, we'll just call him Mr. Cozy for now. Mr. Cozy knew so much about the ancient ways and the ancient science that he literally could create life at a whim.
Okay.
Like, he could genetically engineer his own life. Like, without
Or
even trying. Like, that's how smart he is.
That also makes it live, though.
Huh?
He could create the spark that also makes it live, because scientists can synthesize biological or organic matter, but they can't create a living person yet.
Right, yeah, no, that is the cutoff. You wouldn't be able to do that without some
Oh, okay. I thought that's
base
what you were saying
material.
for a second.
Without base material. So, so the Keeper knows a lot. And before the Keeper was the Keeper, he was Corvus, and he was a scientist. But he wasn't a biomechanical scientist. And so even he, with his vast knowledge, could not discern a way to make the Cayenne work in the way that he wanted them to work.
So he, even as a higher being, he didn't have the knowledge to actually put molecules and
Yeah. So
biological
he
things together.
gives Mr. Cozy a form of immortality in exchange for the knowledge and understanding to make the Cayenne.
Seems like a fair trade. You want an entire species made. Give the guy
Right.
the time to do so.
Yeah. And it takes him about a good like I think it was like 50 or 40 some years before he and the Keeper, like, they're working together on this, of course. Find a way
This is
to.
a lot of ice, and I think this is going to be like our jackpot we're going back to.
Oh, look out! Got him. gonna
Okay,
ignore
I'm
that
just gonna take a bit
slime.
more. I don't want us to be here till nighttime.
Ah.
Okay, at 321, I'm gonna leave it at a few seconds.
Okay. That slime is stuck. Oh, look out the slime.
Okay. Ooh,
Okay.
hey, in the chamber. Okay, that's enough. We're gonna go.
Okay.
I do want to make this easy to get out of, though.
Watch out.
Hold on, I got the health to handle it, ironically. There you go. Nice, that's like gonna be our little, I should, hold up. I will put a door here so only we can get inside.
There we go. Dead eye slime.
Do I have a door? No, but I have this.
Okay, so Cozy helps the Keeper create the Kayan. And technically he still learns a lot during this experience because it's a lot more complex than other organisms that he's either tried to create or has ever studied. And this actually helps him in another way. And actually there was other people in the world at the time that the Keeper could have chose, but he chose Mr. Cozy. Because Cozy has a son, and the son has, I can't remember if I've decided whether or not it's going to be like some sort of terminal illness, that he's going to die like really young, or that he was
the son
like...
gets turned into one of these things?
Well, he's not turned into a Kayan. Instead, he uses his biomechanical and regular mechanical electrical skills, along with one more favor from the Keeper, to create a pseudo-body for his son that's mechanical. So,
I don't think that's a pseudo. I do think that is a body.
Yeah, well, it is a body, yeah. And I mean, there's no organics in it at all. It's all mechanical.
Are we talking automaton, or are we talking like proper, like modern or science fiction robotics?
It would be closer to science fiction, but it is definitely more like an automaton.
Okay, because there's this steampunk automaton where the joints are still stiff and it only moves
Yeah,
at
his
45
joints are pretty
angle.
stiff, and in the book, we actually get to meet Alito Cozy. He's a very big character in the book. And Alito Cozy actually has, through his many years of living, because he's essentially immortal, well, his body doesn't
This
decay.
is the robot son, right?
What?
This is Robo Son, right?
Yeah, this is Robo-Son. So later Alito Cozy develops much more advanced bodies for himself for different aspects. Like he has a body that he uses for manufacturing things that's
this is the
more
one I use for reproduction.
Interesting enough, his father did give him a sample of his original DNA, so if he wanted to reproduce, he does have the ability to do so.
Are you aware that sperm dies?
Yes.
Okay.
That is why it is raw DNA.
Oh, it's literally like RNA DNA, it's this coding.
Yeah. There's ice cream right there and I can't pick it up.
I picked it up.
No, you didn't. It's still there.
I didn't? Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay, my inventory's full.
Yeah, my inventory's full too.
Can I get rid of the blink root?
Kill this
Can you
thing.
do
Kill
that?
this thing. I'm gonna drop...
Sorry.
Fuck the blink root. I'm not gonna use it.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay.
Yeah. Ice cream. Medium improvements to all stats. Eat it before it melts. Life regeneration. Oh, increases life regeneration. That's nice. 14-minute duration. I might keep that for when we go back into the caves. Whoa.
I can actually hit. Ooh, behind us.
Yep.
Two? Jeez. These flying fish are becoming more numerous. They were very rare when we first started.
Yeah. Well, the world gets harder and harder as we keep going.
Oh, just
Well,
over
it technically
time.
caps until you do certain things like kill certain bosses, but it does
Okay,
gradually
good.
get slightly harder.
Because I would say, in a really bad run, that could make the game cap itself.
Oh, yeah. There's
Hey, you stole my gold coin.
There's 3 bosses that happen naturally that you don't have to summon, but you could summon.
The slime
And
boss.
after the 3rd boss, it doesn't really get any harder than that until you start defeating bigger and better bosses. more on Cozy. Like, I mean, he has bodies for everything. He has bodies for social interactions that have like softer looking eyes that look more human. Because usually his eyes look very mechanical, and one of them is like really big and it zooms in and out of shit.
Keep the head on that bit.
And what's my point? Alright, Zykiel. So Alito Cozy, because in the book, Alito's father like leaves, and I'm never really gonna say the reason why, because either I'm gonna discern that at a later date, or I just want that to be a mystery. His father leaves, and it's just Alito for like a couple thousand years or whatever. And then Zykiel comes to Alito with an issue. Zykiel's betrothed, his lover, his wife, whatever you want to say about it, Nalia, has taken a fatal blow in battle. And what? What?
I couldn't pick up the sunflower seed. I guess I had a full stack.
Oh, okay. And here's something interesting about Nalia. Zykiel is a super fucking charged Cayenne. He has some amazing ass abilities. Nalia is a lot more scarier than he is.
Really?
Yes, Nalia is a terrifying beast.
You had the other sunflowers? I thought I had more than that because I broke both patches.
No.
Huh. Ooh, green slime banner.
Yes.
Are all the slimes different?
Yup.
Oh, okay, sure.
I think they're only separated by color, but yeah. And so Nalia's heavily wounded, and there's actually no way for Alito to save her without research.
I see.
Research that he doesn't have.
Quickly.
Huh?
I said, make the bed quickly.
Oh yes, I would do that. So
I have to get my inventory set.
where's our? Oh, there it is. And so what he does is he instead creates a stasis pod for her, which is pretty similar to the sarcophagus that Zykiel sleeps in, except it keeps her vital signs stable. You know, it keeps her from dying. Death. Oh, here, I got a bunch of these.
Ooh, 14. That's another 140.
Yeah. Ooh, I see.
Those are the best arrows I can make, so I'm only going to use those if we hit a hard spot that we can't get past.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do any burn damage though. Well, I guess that they're gonna give confusion because they're jester arrows.
I was able to make 2 beds. We're one step closer. We just need magic mirrors now, and then we'll be off to the new world.
This thing I can throw away. It's not worth it.
Come up here and set your spawn point.
Now, hold up, I need to put some stuff in a chest.
When you set your spawn point, set it on the, you have to right-click the end of the bed, not where the pillow is, the other side. Because the pillow side makes you sleep.
Okay.
I'm not seeing a real big change in the time, so I think we do both have to sleep at the same time, so please confirm that.
Hey, where the banners? There's the banner.
Here, I got another thing for you.
What? Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do spawn point because that's more important.
Yeah.
Just want to put the banners down.
I set mine on the bed on the right, so set yours here. On the end of the bed. On the end of the bed. Just right click.
Spawn point set.
Nice.
Finally. Goodness gracious.
Yes, and every time you use...
This is where we'll have our room. Okay, sure. That's super cool. That's very top.
Yeah. If you ever need to come home, just use the recall potions. It'll bring you right back to your bed.
Now that's actually worthwhile to us.
Yes. Now we don't have to do that fucking trekking across the damn world again.
I'm missing a slime banner. We have a third one by now. Did you pick it up?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, place it down somewhere. Well, actually, no, I wanted that one down here, because I have the other one down here, so if they come down here...
Here.
Yeah, toss. Thank you.
So... And also this stasis pod, makes it so that she doesn't age either. But,
okay.
you know, she's in a permanent form of sleep until she's woken again, so, you know, not really much life to be had until she's woken.
I gotta move the sword statue so I can put down the,
Okay. And so Zykiel waits out until his love can be revived.
Yeah.
And Alito, like, probably only, like 20 years after that happens, he finds a way to do it.
Oh, that for him, that's probably not that long.
No, it's not. In fact, well, he had actually not collected any extra data on health because he only needs mechanical because he doesn't need to take care of himself like that. So only then did he start diving into old data left by his father and experimenting and creating machines that can do it better, / another body that can do it better. But he has the ability to do it, like, 80 years before he actually does it. Because he can't find Zykiel. Because the people who put Zykiel in a certain type of temple, along with his betrothed, did not work, well, they died before they could tell Alito where they were.
So basically, Ezekiel's like, hey, help me. And the guy's like, okay, but then he's like, oh, I can't find you now that I'm ready to help you.
Yeah.
Huh.
So that's a little bit of a screwy thing. But once he's woken up, you know, Nalia's back and all. And...
okay, so the left chest is our potions chest.
okay. Yeah, I guess potions to put in there then whenever you're done.
Yeah.
So, the idea... at least like the game plan that they have once they figure out that they have some of the pieces already to the Ravenstone staff is that they're gonna go to the northwest, which is where they believe Zykiel was, or at least that's the last that anyone knew that he was, and they're gonna bring Zykiel back. They're gonna haul Nalia to Alito. Actually, Alito accompanies them for this mission, so he'll be there, do it anyway. And they're gonna get Zykiel to use the Ravenstone staff to end the war. That's the idea. Because they know 100% that he can use it, and use it well. Whereas anyone else, you're grasping at straws of whether or not they can use it right. And if something goes wrong, it could backlash.
You want this blood root?
Yeah, give it to me. Oh, I gotta put potions in there.
Oh, it's over there. Oh, let me deposit all my gold and stuff now. Yeah, by the way, if you want to take any of it, I'm putting all of my coin in this chest here. The one on the right.
Okay.
The tiki torch. No, I'm gonna put the tiki torch down somewhere. Powder cloth. You said we could use. Don't need that wood.
Hey! Happy Birthmas.
How? I need red dye, but you gave that to me already.
Yeah, you should have another one somewhere.
Oh, it replaces my goggles and the cosmetics. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
I also now have orange dye.
Sweet.
They have orange.
Yeah, look at that, red ears. Aye, nice. Compliments my hair.
Yeah, it does. It really does. Let me zoom in.
You know what? Consumables. That's what the right one. That's what the left one is. Because I need a place to put these grenades as well.
It's almost day.
Don't need snow. Palm wood. Don't need palm wood. I need the normal wood.
But I haven't worked with the details yet, but pretty much whenever the Ravenstone staff is going to be used, it's not going to end up being Zykiel who uses it. Although Zykiel does help them in the journey before that. So does Nalia.
Okay.
Nalia's fucking
always be able to
insane,
grab the
dude.
ore quickly.
Nalia is so fucking crazy.
Ore and gems. There you go. That's what it will be. I am listening to you, even as I'm chattering behind you.
Money.
Oh, do you want to sell my legendary copper pickaxe?
You can sell it. Don't matter who sells it.
Well, who do I sell to?
Just anyone. Just
Okay.
just so long as they have a shop, just put it in their shop, and that will be selling it.
I'm gonna talk. So, who are the? Oh, there's the nurse. Andrew is a person. Let's see. Oh. Oh, zombie got in. Oof.
He's been banging on that door all night.
Yeah, sorry, got it, my peasant. Ooh, thank you.
Money.
Who's this guy?
Bunnies are money.
I hope a scrawny kid like you isn't all that's standing between us and Cthulhu's eye. This guy's being very ungrateful.
Damn. Yeah, he's kind of snooty.
Here's where I can get the health potions from. How much? 2 silver? I can afford that. I'm gonna buy a bunch of these instead of mushrooms. Restores 50 life. Yeah, that's so much better than my mushrooms. Mining helmet. Does that cast light?
Yep. But it takes the slot of your headpiece of armor.
Can I put it in the cosmetic?
No. I mean, you could, but it won't cast light.
Okay. Pooh. Well, I'm gonna buy some potions. I'm gonna go back and get my silver.
Nice.
Okay. Ice block, stone block. Okay. This will probably be a bit of a fast forward right here as we organize. Oh, I've got 24 fallen stars. I can make a lot of Joker arrows.
Nice.
Yeah, I have about half my inventory gets filled up because I have to keep the supplies for making arrows on me. I don't have to, but I do. I also keep a fire and a crafting table on me. Ice torch. Okay.
But let me see if I can quantify how scary Nolly is. I mean, she's a nice gal. She's a real nice gal, but she's scary. Okay, during the first war, Zykiel got a kill count of about 300. Not even
I
kidding.
might be able to.
And it would be much higher, but since he was, kind of like a commander, he wasn't in the front lines all the time. Nalia killed almost 2,000 people.
By yourself.
Yes.
That's super cool.
She is absurd, dude.
Whirlpool potion! There you are. I actually don't need those as much now. No, wait, yes we do. That lets me go back to places.
And Nalia was one of the first 13 Cayenne. Not
That also
including
makes, that
Zykiel.
makes sense.
Yeah. And the first 13 Cayenne weren't made the same way that humans are turned into Cayennes now.
Okay, that also makes sense.
The first 13 actually had their original bodies destroyed, and then they were put into new bodies, because that's how Zykiel was made.
Okay.
In a previous thing that I cut out of the book, because he's like, before I kind of had the book set up where, like, the story's going on, but then every so often one chapter would be going back, and it would be discussing how, and it would be like the events of how Zykiel was made and his journey. But it just either got too complicated, or there just wasn't enough there, or there was too much, or there was just a lot of issues with it that I just didn't like. Oh, worm, give me that. Bunnies are money.
It's a slow form of income, but it's honest work.
Yep. It's honest work catching bunnies and shoving them into the zoologists.
I mean, you know what they say about bunnies.
Yep.
She's a fox, so in the furry fandom.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, you may not know the stereotypes that exist within the furry fandom. You're not as intimately attached to the actual community.
No, I know.
Okay. Oh wait, yeah. You do look really cool right now, though. You got the Sonic hair, and with those ears, makes you look like you have actual.
I don't really think it looks like Sonic hair to me. It just looks like swept hair. It just looks like swept hair to me.
Either way, you do look like you have actual wolf fur on, so that is
Bye.